By that time, he was fired.
Oh, shit.
By that time, he was a goofy fucker. He was only there for like 2 months. He was drinking and shit. So
Damn.
that pisses you the fuck off.
Yeah, these are like opportunities and shit that, could move you further up the ladder. And you're like, but, fuck it. But what was the question you asked anyway?
So you're on Conan.
So I'm on Conan. So Conan came at me. And I guess the reason why, because Conan liked me from before, and I'd done the show 3 times, and then third time I did it, they was like, hey, we're planning on like starting a record label, and we're thinking about wanting to know if you will ever record an album, if you want to do one, and we could talk about doing one with you. And I was like, all right, I'm trying to do one, but this is probably the best place to do it, and I'm excited, and I like the fact that you like me like that you want to fuck with me like that. So yeah, I'll fuck with you. Let's do it. And so we taped it in La Jolla at the Comedy Store, and then released it last May. It's called 100% Half-Ass, and it's at TeamCocoRecords.com. It's like, fuck it. And then now I got to do a special, I got like another hour ready, and with all the stuff, some of the stuff you mentioned, and I just got to get that shit together and do it, because you got to put your content out there, and I got to get my social, like you guys, you got your social media stuff together. I'm terrible with that. I got to get better at that. This industry's not going to help me, so I got to do as much as I can to help.
You have an agent?
I got a manager, no agent.
Writing agent, no literary agent?
Nah, my stuff is like referrals.
Good
from like writing on shows and other writers, or these young comics getting deals, and they're like, they see me at the store and they're like, you're a good writer, you're written on shows, you want to work with me? Like, that's how Gerard, hit me up. He's like, here's a funny story about Gerard. Like, remember when MySpace was out? Some people used to hit me up randomly on MySpace. Like, because some people see me on Def Jam and them shows, and they hit you up, say, hey, man, I'm thinking about doing comedy. What should I do? And should I move out to L.A. and blah, blah, blah? And I say, yeah, if you want to do it, come on, move out here. And when you get here, just hustle and grind and take this thing serious and blah, 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 blah. And Gerard was one of those people that hit me. And I had no idea. He just told me, and we hung out since he got here for a few years, and he just told me maybe this year, hey man, I was that dude that hit you up on MySpace and you told me to come out here. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's fucking crazy.
If you think about it, then you did get something from doing the Def Jam show.
Yeah.
It's just like way later. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always told you that these little guys are my future.
Yeah.
These young cats, one of them is going to pop a show and go, I want you to be my uncle.
Yeah, your uncle.
And the show's going to be a #1 hit. And I was jerking myself the fuck off for years doing this and that. And that's how this game works, People I learned one thing as a comic, that when you wanted something really bad, instead of, like as a comic, you wanted to go to Montreal.
Right.
And then you don't go. Well, sometimes you do go, and you're like, all that shit for nothing.
Right.
I put all that shit in for nothing. For years, I wanted to play Catch a Rising Star.
Yeah.
For years, I wanted to play the one in Reno and Vegas, and I fucking tormented that guy. And he kept telling me, no. I saw your tape, you're dirty, blah, blah. And then one day, I got a call from Jimmy Schubert. Hey, dog, I need a feature for Reno. What the fuck? For years, I've been trying to torture this fucking guy, and now you're going to walk me in there.
Hilarious.
No tape, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has a feature act. They want to see your tape. You never know. That's the best thing about this game.
Right.
That you never know what the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah, I call it entertainment lotto, but the only way you can win if you keep playing.
Every day, as long as you put your heart into this thing. Like today, I tell people, on the first of the month, we're all equal.
Right.
You ain't better than me, I ain't better than you, because we're all working for the same dollar. So guess what? On the first, we're all the same. It's what you do on the second that fucking matters.
Right.
Know? So, what do you think, cocksucker? How high are you? Look at the shape of him.
Pretty high.
Yeah, look at his face.
Look at his face. He got sun yesterday.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Next time you go, Jews go to the beach with an umbrella.
No, we don't.
Tell
Oh,
Paul
my
to get
God.
on the fucking boat. Next time, get a little umbrella for you.
That'd be nice.
This is really interesting, man. I always wanted to have you on. I didn't know this much about you.
It's my pleasure, man.
You're a gentleman, but what you do on stage, man, is fucking comedy jazz.
Thanks,
it's just
man.
there's a timing and a smoothness to it. And that's it, man. I think you're one of the best working, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
I've been
I
really
appreciate it.
fortunate. I went back to the store, And you guys elevated me. Like, you made me savages again because I got to follow you guys.
Right.
And the last couple of weeks, I feel in my heart I've had some of the best comics in there from you and Sebastian. And, you know, and I didn't see you back then. Joe's known you, and Joe raves about you. And I started watching you at the store and going, Jesus fucking Christ, now I know this guy's game is fucking tight. The writing is a 10.
Oh,
There's
thanks.
sometimes I sit there and I go, gee, what am I watching? You know, and I tell him all the time. I always aspired to that, but I was too lazy. I'll write, but I get too lazy, and that's just a special gift in comedy. You know, I have high energy.
Right.
I trick you with the high energy and the voice and that shit, and you fall for it. You know, everybody has smoke and fucking mirrors. You have no smoke and mirrors. So, you know me, dog. I'm on the fucking, I'm on the Ian Edwards fucking ship. You're a bad motherfucker.
Thanks, man.
The story we're
My
kicking is
motherfucker.
glory. You know what I'm saying? No more rock. Stop! A little Public Enemy, Lee Syatt. What's up with you, Tony?
No, it's crazy because one of the best parts about my job is I get to go and watch a lot of comedy, and what I've noticed is the best comics are the ones you like remember, like their bits. If you say their name, you can think of stuff they've said. And when Paula asked me who was on tonight, I thought of like 3 or 4 of his bits, and I think that's a quality that's like you have it too. Like, people remember certain bits that you say, because otherwise it's
legendary shit.
Otherwise it's just like, oh, he's a dirty comic, or oh, he's a clean comic. It's boring.
It's a very interesting life we put together for ourselves.
Yeah.
Every morning I have a little thing, and I write my thoughts after my coffee and shit. And there's one thought that always sticks out, that I'm happy this thing worked out. I'm happy that my life worked out. It worked out, you know, whatever. It worked out.
Right.
You have no idea where I was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It worked out. Whatever's going on, you know, the walls on the office aren't painted. You know, my car is dirty. It smells like sweat.
Right.
But everything else worked out, bro. And that's big, especially when you come from another country. You took me back tonight with some words that you said, because I remember not the pain. It's not a pain that you think about later on in your life.
Right.
It was this. I never thought I was going to get beat up because I was Spanish. I never thought none of that shit.
Right.
But I always thought I was a little not worthy.
Right.
Like, I look at kids and go, you know, I'll never have that. And then, I don't know what the fuck
I know
happens.
that feeling.
You know, that feeling. And,
Yeah.
and I know what you were saying, where you try to fit in. Jesus fucking Christ, how hard is that, you know, to fit in? And I knew who I was in New York. You know, when I got to Jersey, they just put fucking gasoline on me. You know, that was it. Where were you doing comedy in Jersey in those days? Where'd you go to that contest, you said?
Oh, that contest, I forgot where that contest was, but I know they had Peppermint Lounge, and that was like a crazy place to perform. There was this other spot named Terminal D, where if you got booked at Terminal D, the 2 weeks before that show were ruined because of the fear of having to do that show. It was a long, dark room, and you couldn't see the audience. And when you went on that stage, there was like 2 rows from the front, there was a cowbell with a long piece of rope. It was in the ceiling, but the rope was hanging down. It was usually like some asshole state troopers sitting at the cowbell table. So if you're performing, they could just ring that bell, and everybody start booing. They're like, "We're done with this nigga. Get him out."